家好，欢迎大家回来福尔摩斯。那上几集就是跟实业聊天啊，所以就没有特别去讲什么剧情，我自己也没特别在看啊，因为在聊天就比较难一直在看什么，所以呢，其实我的进度好像有点怪怪的，我没关系。我们再来看看，因为我看到那个石头还没有解决。来打个喷嚏。好，我们回来看看那个石像，就是那个碎片啊。他说好像是什么雕像出来的。我来看看哪里有什么石像啊？这边是谁的办公室？这边没有写。看地图好了。我现在这边嘛，然后一是第一间的，所以是刚刚进来这一间啊 ，Director's Office。对啊，是这一间的。你是不是觉得为什么打不开？照片哦。没有东西，这间确定是没有了。
Director's office, cloakroom, and laboratory.
就比较好奇的是，那个副经理有办公室吗
Reserve.
你的办公室在哪里啊
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
其实我看了一下攻略，我知道那个碎石跟哈姆斯的那个办公室有关。我想说他的办公室到底在哪里啊？这一间吗？这个是实验室啊。然后这里只是储物室嘛。对啊，这里是储物室。然后员工的房间不是只有这几间？好，没关系，我们先去做一下那个毛虫的那个，我们放到通风口那边。这边我还没调查过。
A thesis written by Martin Hamish. A glasses case. It is empty. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
这边又翻错啦，那个是什么玻璃盒子？它明明就是眼镜盒啊。
This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing, but it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens. This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition.
就是翻译中文翻译还是简中翻？
We can see the interior of the
翻译真的还是一
colonial
般般。
collection room from this window. An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year. A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish.
找到了，找到雕像了。
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place. Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the colonial collection room is what they have in common.
为什么会在这边呢？
It is a bust of Montague Dunn.
哟，原来昨天过了聊天，差很多东西。
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Oh, certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
这种东西不能做准吧？那我觉得这个会累个，是因为它地图太大了。那这个好像是像之前那个古罗马那个，也是会累个。什么太阳神殿那边外面了，不是里面。我就觉得应该是它的地图跑太大，所以它有点累个。我现在还不能做实验吗？看现在就有点累个。
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious? Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes. He came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
好像供词就有不义了欸。
Everyone has gone, Holmes. The way is clear.
这个是一啊。就这样吧。
When Montague Dunn was standing close by the plants, the caterpillars were released and caused the deadly spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
刚的翻译又不对啦，说什么他对那个石像猛砸，他们应该是说他就是不喜欢把它撞到，是。
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
"走这边是对的吗？哎，不对，我要直接出去。哦，直接到这边来了。因为这个吧，之前有看过啊。
The power is on. The engine cannot be started whilst the transmission is active. The engine has started. The power is on. The ventilation system is working.
然后嘞，我要沿着那个管道去跑嘛。这里，然后嘞，这里。
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
他从这边进入，对不对？哎，不对啊！然后我看到要死了，我管了，就直接自己跑回去就好了。
Now we need to see if we can activate the fans from Mr. Hamish's and Albert's space.
Albert, Hamish's， 好，那我过去。我以为就跑回来就死了。还都会乱跑。Hamish是在这边吗？好，先出来这边。我还记不得路了。这里是刚刚那边嘛？然后这边先去那个 Hamish 的办公室。就这一间。
Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
应该就是刚刚那个女的那边呢，不是吗？哦，对，在这里。
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
Perfect. Now we know how the murder of Montague Dunn was carried out, by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
我就要把那个虫子用开。设备使用过这个。这个是什么？哎呦，有了！这是什么？还不行。
Let's go to Scotland Yard.
那么快过去？哎，真的哎。先去那边。应该没有东西还没做了吧？
Inspector, I believe that Martin Hamish is guilty of the murder of Montague Dunn.
Aha! I knew it. I'll send the lads around to arrest him.
Very good. I shall wait to hear from you.
因为他刚刚那个还不是黄色，所以我可以先逮捕他。感觉 觉好像做的差不多了，这个任务应该快完了吧。
I came here as quickly as I could.
Martin Hamish is in the large glass house. There's no need to hurry.
哦，还有实验室那个档案要查一下。门？什么门？这可以打开。按错了，按错了。这什么时候可以打开的？哦，320。
Here it is. Cylinder Records.
昨天漏掉很多东西耶，果然要认真玩。好，我们今天先到这边结束了，谢谢大家收看，我们下次再见，拜拜。